The thoughts of two people. It's been an entire hour and my meal hasn't been served yet. This Andoris is still standing there like a piece of junk. Where's your manager? Get me your manager. I'm terribly sorry. I'll take care of it. Hey! Sentoresi Camillo! Facing the angry customer, Sentoresi shields Andoris behind her. Sorry, dear customer, but it's currently peak dining hour and we are short-staffed. We sincerely apologize for the wait. Your meal will be served shortly. We'll do our utmost to provide you with excellent service. Hearing the commotion, Manager Springfield also emerges from behind the bar, holding a cup of steaming latte. Our deepest apologies for taking up your time. This latte is on me. Sir, I am very sorry for the inconvenience caused. I will do my best to compensate you. You? Compensate me? You think you can make up for the time I wasted because of you? With the clatter of wind chimes, two more customers walk into the cafe. See, Kalin, Springfield's place is very lively. Kalina? Don't say that, Leba. Seeing the two who just walk in, Sentoresi glances at Springfield with a look of "leave this to me," sparing her to greet the two. Leva and Kalina, are you out on a business trip again? Yeah, we will be around for a while, so I figured we'd drop by. Kalin really misses your hand-brewed coffee. Springfield guides the two to an empty table. She then looks back to make sure Sentoresi had appeased the angry customer before raising her hand to call Andoris over. This is Andoris, our newest employee, and these two are Kalina and Leva. Pleased to meet you both. So you are the newcomer. No wonder you look so flustered. I'm terribly sorry. I have embarrassed myself before you. Andoris has worked here for some time now. She is very meticulous and attentive. Using her large storage capacity, she can accurately track each customer's preferences and their birthdays. Sounds like she's a perfect fit for the job, but I guess it's another story in practice. Well, Manager Springfield has taught me everything I need to know about the job, but my own performance issue prevents me from handling more complex and unexpected requests from customers. Even when it comes to the menu, I have only learned how to brew coffee. Is that Manager Springfield's fault? Oh, I see. So you're not a good fit. Leba. Damn. Kalina, Camillo. Did they change her expression a little bit? Or is it the first time I saw her being so serious? Kalina stops Leva from going further, yet an enigmatic smile remains on Leva's face as she strokes her chin. Say, how about having her join 404 Springfield? Andoris, but... Leva. Kalina's voice now carries an angry undertone, yet Leva simply shrugs indifferently and turns her attention back at Andoris. Andoris, oh, by the way, hold your questions about 404 for now. What are your thoughts on working here? Me? Andoris falls silent for a moment. I will try my best to keep up with everyone. Though it may take some time, I don't want to leave. You should realize that the place that makes things harder for both sides is probably not where you belong. Seeing how swiftly you guys handled that scrapful, I can only assume what happened back there was the norm, right? Think more flexibly. If this place isn't the right fit for you, why not consider my suggestion? Andoris turns towards Springfield with a somewhat bewildered look on her face. Springfield pats her on the shoulder and helps her straighten her apron. I have no intention of letting you go, but you have the final say. Damn. Possessive Springfield! Working at the cafe won't let you reach your full potential, but 404 will. Do you want to find a place where you are truly needed, Andoris? Will I be needed at 404? Leva chuckles. Of course you will be, but you have to put up with a certain sharp-tongued yet soft-hearted doll's harsh critics first. But believe me, she means no harm, and she's actually quite reliable. You will be fine, Andoris. So, want to give it a try? With her hair all messed up, Andoris cowers in the room's corner with GRG-11's gun clutched tightly in her arm. Her body is covered in bruises while bullet holes litter their surroundings. Join 404 and this will be your everyday life. The real battlefield is nothing like your childish antics. Oh, she has crashed down again. 416 sees Andoris' blank stare and assumes she has crashed again. Irritated, she yanks the GRG-11 assault rifle out of her hands and walks out the door without noticing the change on Andoris' face. That's some anime-ish look. Also, hold on. Okay. A new world, but will this one need me? Andoris slowly stands up, then looks down at her battered body. The weight and stiffness of the assault rifle still linger in her arms. If so, I want to bear witness to the kind of world that needs me. 416 opens the door and is greeted by GRG-11 who was peering through the gap with a mop in her hand. It's over? How did it go? 416 shoves the gun into GRG-11's arms and strides forward. She is alive. Oh? Can't say if she's scared senseless though. Didn't you decide to give Andoris a chance when we were in the yellow zone earlier? Why do all of this then? The heavy bike comes to a stop on top of a small hill. A convoy of vehicles is parked in the valley below, surrounded by a few scattered dolls busy doing maintenance work. Their frames are covered in varying degrees of damage with signs of sloppy modifications. A number of them can barely move coherently, undoubtedly the result of haphazard remodeling done on civilian dolls. One of them quickly spots 416 and GRG-11. Her fire control module clearly ripped from some random piece of military hardware and forcibly welded onto her. Suddenly swivels around. The mechanical eyeball rotates unnaturally, seemingly about to fall out of its socket. 416 shows no reaction. She stands there and stares into those empty eyes. Once the doll confirms 416 presents no threat, she drops her guard and returns to her task without looking back. Whoa, it's as if they are Frankenstein's monsters. GRG-11 has just woken up from hibernation, rubbing her eyes as she walks over to 416. Geez, if Leva hadn't taken us in, would we have ended up like them by now? You're thinking too highly of yourself. I may end up like them, but only because I was built as a tactical doll. You, on the other hand, are at best a component they would bolt onto me, and most likely the most useless one. Sure, I am useless after all. If that's what you think of me, why not hurry up and recruit some other dolls so I can stay at the base and nap all day? You can tell she was hurt. Instead of fighting back as she usually does, 416 remains silent. GRG-11 does not disturb her, nor does she return to the bike. Instead, she stays by 416's side, just as she does on the battlefield. Do you remember the original meaning of 404, GRG-11? The original meaning, as in those who don't exist? Yes. Four dolls who, for various reasons, found themselves unable to return to any organization and were thus deemed non-existent by the world. Willingly or not, we came together, braved battle after battle, and fought tooth and nail to secure the freedom we now hold. But does that even mean anything for an ordinary doll? You're increasingly acting weird as of late, 416. Has Leva and Lena leaving put too much pressure on you? Have you contemplated all this back when you decided to remodel me? Surely not. The neural upgrade? Is that the real reason why you are rejecting Andoris? In part, yes. We had no choice back then, but Andoris still does. This place may be a safe haven for us, but for her? But looking at Andoris, I don't think her prior jobs were all sunshine and rainbows either. She crashed at the mere mention of the word fired. Maybe she's better off staying with 404, just as Springfield and Leva concluded. Let's at least give her a fire control core and see if it works out. We can find her a stable job if it doesn't, or keep her at the base as logistics. 404 is not a shelter. Randomly recruiting or remodeling dolls is irresponsible to both sides. Geez, as if 404 is some legitimate organization. You're being so textbook about it that it's starting to feel weird. Damn, she's got a point though. GRG-11 scratches her head dramatically. Besides, Leva handpicked her. We should value her judgment, right? Her judgment? I bet she's just in for the price per doll value. But all of us that she chose back then are alive and well today. Cannot hurt to try. You know, as they say, the only true failure is not trying at all. Don't let your doubts win before the fight even begins. Why are you so wise today? Or tonight? Mekti. The only true failure is not trying at all. Don't let your doubts win before the fight even begins. Damn. Sun Tzu right here. Wise words. Upon hearing such a straight-faced statement, 416 glances at GRG11. Where did you get that from? The newest anime I watch. Cool, huh? Of course. Oh, they are leaving. The rattling sound of engine startups comes from below the hill. The bounty hunters yell at the dolls to get back on the vehicles. Hurry up, bunch of worthless scraps. Fuck, we're really shit out of luck these days. First a collapse storm and then a bunch of bar Jaegers. Half of the dolls got totaled. How are we supposed to take on any commissions like this? No worries, the boss has already contacted some underground brokers to get us more illegal dolls. Worst case scenario, we just stick through for now. Sure, wanna go have some fun later? The rude man pushes the last doll onto the vehicle, then climbs in himself before pulling down the heavy blast door. Following the engine's roar, the convoy departs, gradually shrinking into a tiny black dot in the drifting sand. On the top of the hill, GRG11 and 416 also return to the bike. Sit tight, and patch me into Deer's comm channel. 416 accelerates to full throttle, and the heavy bike speeds off in the opposite direction. With a mop in one hand and her gun in the other, GRG11 can barely keep up with 416's brisk pace while nervously observing her sullen expression. Did you change your mind about Andoris staying? Please say something, 416. I did not change my mind. But if that was all it took to scare the life out of her, then she'd be crying and begging to resign in 2 days stops. We'll be on a mission by then. And who's going to fill in for her? You? Oh, but I don't think that will be the case though. Didn't you also say it's quite remarkable of her to have persevered all these days just for an opportunity? GRG11 scratches her head and looks back at the training ground. Andoris has yet to come out, nor has she made any sound. Even 3-year-olds can come up with the same tricks. What gives? I only said that because, well, she is indeed making progress, so I decided to give her a chance. Alright, stop staring at it. Are you done mopping the floor yet? Just a friendly reminder, you still have your training report to do. Why do you still remember that? Still not fully at ease, GRG11 scratches her head again. But what if Andoris is still willing to attempt the acceptance test? What are you going to do, 416? 416 stops but does not turn around. She pauses for a moment before answering. In that case, it won't hurt to let her try.